Hey guys, Benjy here, welcome back to my channel and to another video where today we're going to be looking at the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo for PlayStation 5. So very interested to see this. It blew up on Twitter, it was trending, and I thought, well, let's do a video on this. Not sure what it's going to entail. It says real-time demo. Not sure if it's going to be a gameplay sort of thing, or if it's just going to be showing the engine running and it'll be like a cutscene. Not sure, but it's 9 minutes long, so this could be just very tech heavy and they're just talking loads about shadows and how it's running and so on and so forth. But it will be interesting to see. I have seen a lot of tech demos in the past on other consoles, and normally when games launch they don't look nothing like the tech demos, but I'm very interested in this. It should be really cool. Again, it's another thing from PlayStation. So let's watch it and talk about it after the video. Excuse all the my daughter's toys in the back there as well. It's kind of turned into a school, this room, but anyway, let's crack on with the video.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics. There were two key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting instantaneously.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. We're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward. Truly virtualized geometry. The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw calls, or memory. We could directly use film quality assets and bring them straight into the engine.
And that's a big deal for artists. I just want to be able to import my ZBrush model, my photogrammetry scan, my CAD data without wasting any time optimizing, creating LODs, or even lowering the quality to make it hit frame rate.
In the end, that's what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology Nanite. Here is the future of Unreal Engine running live on a PlayStation 5.
Cool.
Awesome. Let's take a look at it.
Let's go. Let's go.
This has to be the right way.
Looks pretty.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo. Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles.
It's a lot of numbers.
What does that many triangles look like?
Don't know, show me.
This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly.
Nice.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let's go, Lara Croft.
We've made some great additions to our audio system as well.
Literally about to say
Convolution
that sound.
reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio. All of this adds up to a more immersive experience.
Oh, it's definitely Team Raider now, isn't it?
This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before.
There's that water I see on the ground there. It's time to show off some nice water.
We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below. The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf.
Is it very nice so far? It really does.
Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural. For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
Sounds promising.
Dynamic GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its impact on gameplay.
Here we go, lighting time.
Nice.
Any light
That's
source can move while
it
still
might
having
be.
beautiful bounce lighting. Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces. You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light. Lumen not only reacts to moving light sources, but also changes in geometry. Remember we mentioned high poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles. No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs. And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone.
Nice.
Over this entire demo, there are hundreds of billions of triangles. So with Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on a PlayStation 5.
See some action?
There's not much time left.
Uh-oh.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
Wow.
The portal, it's open. Don't fail me now.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very cool.
It's time to see what's next.
Very nice. PlayStation. Coming 2021, okay. So I think that's it. Okay. So what are my thoughts? Very impressive. Yeah, again, it's just a tech demo though, so I'm not going to get too excited. It looks very good, it looks fantastic. I mean, you think about what games are like now on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and they look fantastic, you know, like Last of Us. Well, actually, that's PS3, isn't it? Well, obviously Last of Us Part 2, obviously coming out, judging by the trailers and the graphics, it looks fantastic. Same with Final Fantasy. And then you look at Xbox with like Forza series, like they look absolutely amazing. But yeah, this tech demo, it's just good to see something running, you know, in engine. They've tried to make it look like a game. I mean, obviously it was just cobbled together for this, but I think, yeah, I think PlayStation are just, they're doing the right thing by not saying a lot. You know, they've shown the controller. They had that presentation demo, what was it, back in February, I think it was, early March. And you know, and they've just kept really quiet. You know, Microsoft, they've been making all this noise about the Series X. You know, they've been going for it, which is fine. They've had to do it. They had to do it for this next generation. But while they're making all that noise over there, PlayStation are just sitting back and then just, you know, slowly trickling out this information. And wow, that looks fantastic. That looked really good, really impressive. So yeah, just bring it on. This year's going to be great for games, isn't it? I mean, you know, Series X and PlayStation 5 out, hopefully out at the end of the year. And yeah, it looks like there's just going to be lots of announcements over the next few weeks in what would have been E3 at the start of June. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this tech demo. Do you think it looks really good, or you massively hyped, or just tempering your expectations? If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new as well for some more lovely content. But as always, I'm Boss Benjy. Happy gaming, and see you in the next video.